Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello. Hope everyone is doing well. Hopefully, you're having a great day. It's Friday. Day's almost up for some of you. You made it, guys. Pat yourself on the back. We're going to get started soon. Like I said, all we're going to be doing is just going over a few things, go over some of the games, the results of the games, and whatnot. Light, but all right. But I still have to get the swing of this. But it is something I'm excited about doing. Today's been a long freaking day, I must say. It's been a very long day so far. That I must say. But we take our wins when we can, right? Right. Hopefully my bro him brings his butt on. But if not, no biggie. We're only gonna do like about 30 minutes. Something light, but all right, guys. Okay. Where's my other device at? Here we go. So that way I don't gotta keep ping ponging to look at stuff. So I know as far as the Phillies, we just wrapped up a series. Hold on, 'cause I want to look to see who that was with. So we should be beginning a new series. Let's see. It should have we should have begin that either yesterday or today. Hold on, so I can look for sure. Okay, so I believe that we're going to begin our new series, the Phillies with the Diamondbacks tonight, because we play at 6:40. Let me see. Did we go against them already yet? No. So that's going to be a new series we're about to enter into. And just a quick recap for baseball, the way they do their games. I guess I'm calling them mini series. I forget exactly what they're called, but they do a series of threes. So whatever team they're playing, they'll play against them 3 times, and then they'll move on to the next one. So, for example, the series we just finished up was against the Giants. And let me look to see what date was last Friday? So that way we can go from last Friday. Last Friday was the 3rd. Okay. So then we need to go from, what time did we play last Friday? That might have been after. I think we were playing while we were doing our live. It was either while or after. Don't quote me. But yeah, last Friday was April 3rd. Like I said, we're going to do this every Friday, but they play a lot of games in one week. So the series we had since last Friday, we went against the Rockies. So let's see. Hold up. I'm talking about the Phillies right now. We had went against the Rockies. We had a series against them, and we had beat them 2 out of the 3 times. The first game was 10-1. The second game was 2-1. In the last game, they beat us 1-4. So they got lucky with that. And the second series that came after that, because based off of what I'm looking at least for our schedule anyway, we're off on Thursdays. Thursdays are our days off. The other 6 days we play. So what I say, We went against the Rockies, our last series. The series before that, we went against the Nationals, John Show team. I called them the Walgreens because their symbol looked like the Walgreens symbol to me. But yeah, our last series that we played was against the Rockies. I just went over the scores of that. No, 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 I'm lying. Excuse me. That wasn't our last series. Our first series since dang, slow down, V. The first series that we played since we did our live last Friday was the Rockies. I just went over the score, and then we did two series, which is two sets of threes. So altogether, it would be 6 games. We did 6 games since last Friday. First series was the Rockies. I'm all over the place. The second series was against the Giants. We just wrapped that up on Wednesday, this past Wednesday, because like I said, we're off on Thursdays, which is crazy. Of course, one of my days off, we don't play, right? Right. So that was the Rockies, and the second series that we played in the past week was against the Giants, to which they just beat us. They beat us 2 out of 3. We won our first game against them on Monday, which was the 6th. That was 6-4, so that was tight. The second game, they just had their way with us, it seems, and that was on Tuesday the 7th. It was 0-6. We didn't get nothing. The third game, about the same. Sheesh Louise. That was this past Wednesday on the 8th. It was 0-3. So yeah, the Giants beat us this last series 2-3. So hopefully we do what we need to do with the daggone Diamondbacks. I think they're from Atlanta. Are they based out of Atlanta? Let me see. No, not Atlanta. Arizona. Arizona Diamondbacks, because their thing is like some type of egg. And then, so yeah, so that will be, we're going to go against the Diamondbacks, and that series starts today at 6:40, and then we play again tomorrow at 1:05. Hold up. Okay, yeah, we play, today's Friday, duh. So we play today at 6:40, and then tomorrow, which is Saturday, at 1:05. And then the last game of that series is on Sunday at 1:35. And then after that series, we're on to the Cubs. We are on to the Cubs. Let me see if anybody came in. Boom shakalaka. Let me see. Hey Glenda, sorry I'm just seeing this. Hey there, V. Oh my God, I did not know you were a baseball fan. Long time brew crew right here. Glenda, I just literally just got, I'm so open about it. Just got into baseball. Literally just got into baseball. So it's going to be learning curve on top of learning curve on top of learning curve, but I'm here for it. And brew crew. So what is that? Brewers? Okay, cool beans. Hey Lester, good afternoon. I hope you guys are doing well. It says my dream is to visit every baseball park in the US. Oh, that you can make that a thing, girl. Now, how cool would it be if they gave people the opportunity to buy like Universal season tickets to where they just spread them out, even if you don't get to choose what teams or whatever have you, rather than it just only being for one set team, which is the more common thing because most people just want to see their team. But if you want to visit everyone, that would be neat though. Because I'm trying to think, how does that work? Do they have it set up to where every baseball team goes against each other? I don't think so. I think it's like football. You have to be in each other's what you call it. Don't quote me, though. You said Brewers will sweep the Phillies. No, they won't. Sorry. You said super cool. Baseball is my second love after football. Like for me, it's football, then basketball, and we rock it with baseball. And then what I was saying was after I get baseball down packed, I have to decide between either hockey and soccer. I'm leaning towards soccer, but I don't want to put myself in a box. But we'll cross that bridge way later, Glenda. I have to do better with actually watching the games. So it's like, for example, I'll be off on Sunday, so depending on what I have going on, hopefully I'll be able to watch my game and I'll just get like updates and whatnot. But they do play a lot of games. Okay, so have you been into baseball since a child, Glenda? Because I know you said lifelong. Since a child, or like since a teen, or young adult? What's the dealio? And Lester, do you like baseball or no? If you're still here, I know I was going over the scores and whatnot while y'all were coming in. Yes, so from a child, cool beans. Now, is that your team that you chose, or is that kind of like a family team that you kind of adopted? My grandmother used to take my sisters and I to games when we were little. Glenda, let me tell you, I didn't go to games, but one of the things that I do love is roasted peanuts in a shell. He was raised in Milwaukee. Okay, cool beans. I love the roasted peanuts in the shell. Now, I never tried boiled peanuts before. Have you ever tried the boiled peanuts? Never tried them. I don't want to. I appreciate you rocking out with me. I know there was a few people that were just in the clouds chilling. Apologies that I don't have my baseball talk down packed, but that's okay. I never presented myself to be an expert, so we just rocking out. No, just roasted. Cleveland has the best dogs and mustard. I love talking sports. Cool beans. Yeah, me too. I enjoy it. And I want to say it was the live we did last Friday. Don't quote me, but I believe I was talking about how I never been to an actual game, but I've been to, and it was like on a field trip in high school. And I want to say it was minor. I want to say it was minor league because I don't know. Well, I forget what they call it. The next one under minor league, but I want to say it was a minor league game. Other than that, mm-mm. Now we played, just my brothers played, and then we would play in the backyard and stuff amongst ourselves, but never got into it. Now I do believe it is a great. 'Cause I don't really consider it a contact sport. Excuse me, I'm eating too. I'm sorry, y'all. Don't tell Johnny. Um, I don't really consider it a contact sport, even though technically it probably would fall into that category, but not so much as like definitely football, and same with basketball. So I think that's a good sport for kids as well to get into, especially if you don't want your kid to be in a super contact sport. I would say the same for soccer too. Now, obviously, any sport there's always a risk that any type of injury can occur, but at least it's not like super contact like football or basketball. And I would say baseball is probably less contact than soccer because they be getting busy. they be getting busy. But it is, I think those two sports are really good for parents who want to have their kid at least try a sport out or try to get into one without really having to worry about it being super contact, especially with all this, what is it called? Tag nabbit. We discussed this. That's so annoying. CTE, you know what I mean? Because a lot of the ones who got their brain tested and found out that they had CTE, a lot of them start playing that contact sport early on. Most professionals in any sport, for the most part, even if they switched positions that they played, you know, throughout their playing years, they played that sport from adolescent age, for the most part. It's not rare, and really, and let me go backwards. I don't want anybody to get it misconstrued that CTE only affects people who play it professionally, because obviously there's plenty of people who played it their whole life but just never made it to the professional level, right? The same way there's still people that will go out to the yard or to the park or whatever have you and get it popping with their boys or their friends or whatever have you. So that can happen at with anytime you're playing a contact sport and you risk the chance of taking hits to the head repeatedly. But I do know, especially I don't want to say if it's more so moms than dads or dads than moms, but there's a lot of parents, especially I want to say, don't quote me, but I want to say that Will Smith, when he did that concussion movie, it brought, and I spoke about this before, it brought a lot of attention to that, you know? It brought a lot of attention to that, and there's a lot of parents who, whether it's considered corny, whack, whatever, their kids want to do not baseball, excuse me, their kids want to do football, and their parents is like, no. And it's not even because they're concerned about regular, not quote, even though no injury is regular, but regular injuries that can occur from playing. They're concerned with the long-term effects of possibly taking hits to the head. You know what I mean? Day after day, week after week, year after year. And it's like, shoot, even when they're not playing games, while they're practicing or doing their scrimmages, if they have a coach who's worth a damn, they're not going to have them out there just taking it light. You know what I mean? Because they want them to be ready when the game day comes. It's tricky. It's a tricky decision for a parent to be in. Because if it's something that your kid is passionate about and really wants to do, they're not going to understand fully as to why you're saying, nah, son. Or even if you have a daughter that wants to play football, nah, let's just try something else. All right, let's see. It says, I love minor league teams in Wisconsin. I currently reside and work in Minnesota. Okay. I love college basketball. Not so much the NBA, however. I will watch during the playoffs. I've been slacking on watching because I rock with the Lakers. I've been slacking on that. I ain't gonna hold you. I agree, V. Oh my god, the equipment is so dang expensive now. Yeah, for real. And we talking football? Because listen, especially the kids, they want to have them fly behind face guards or face masks. I forget which player made that like really popular to where all the boys they had to have they fly behind face shield on their helmet, all of that. I don't even know how much a pair of cleats is running, especially if your kid got a big foot. And then it's like levels to it because Depending on the weather, it will require you to wear shorter cleats. Depending on the weather, they might want the cleat in the shoe to be a little longer to have a little more support. And obviously, because you care for your kid and you want your kid to be out there doing their thing as safe as possible, too, you're going to make sure they got the options. Hopefully, the team got a banging behind team mom. So she out there making sure everybody's great. Parents live vicariously through their children, which can be dangerous as well. That's a fact. It could be dangerous and it can stunt their growth too. Like if you ever seen parents cutting up at the games, doing the absolute most, just so upset and wanting to be a on the field coach, but they not a coach. It's so embarrassing for the kid. And depending on the coach and how petty the coach want to be, they'll sit your kid because you are cutting up. Or they'll just ban you. Like, yo, you can drop them off and pick them up, but you don't know how to conduct yourself. And if I'm not mistaken, that was one of the reasons why Deion Sanders said that if I'm not mistaken, I believe I seen an interview of him talking about that being one of the reasons why he tried to coach for his kids because he already know how he is to a certain extent, I believe. I respect it. I respect parents in general who are fully involved with their kids, but I respect the fathers who are fully involved with their kids, especially their sons, because I feel like that matters. Same with LeVar Ball, excuse me. He gets a bad rap because he's burnt the freak out. He's burnt out, but he didn't play about his sons. And between him, his wife, and his son's work that they put in on their own, as well as the support that he gave them, they were all put in positions to be able to do well with basketball. And wherever parts that they did or didn't succeed in, and whatever trouble, I believe the youngest son, I believe the youngest one, whatever trouble they may have found themselves getting into, whatever, it can be put on him. They can say what they want about how vocal he was about his sons and how much he input it, he placed himself into what they have going on. But hey, one thing they can't say is that he wasn't active or he didn't care or he didn't want to make sure that he lined them up to be able to be successful. And that's without being on some nepotism type ish. Hold on. And hopefully LeBron lets his second son get it out the mud so that way can't nothing be said. I think Bryce is going to be all right though, but I just want him to fall back. Fall back and let him do his thing, right? But I understand that as well. I understand the urge and the need and the want to line your kid up to be successful and to be great, especially if they are showing you that they don't have a problem doing the work. So I dig it. I dig it. Don't forget the conditioning that they have to do participate during the off season. Yeah. And depending on how old they are and the type of coach they have, they're going to be doing two-a-days in the summertime. Now, obviously, not so much the younger ones, but the older they get, yeah. I love that most of them for the school. I love the coaches that they want to see that report card. They want to see what them grades is looking like, and not just the grades. They're gonna, you know, take a look see at that behavior comment section What's your behavior looking like? Because there's nothing worse than paying for your kid to be in a sport and then be told from the coach that because of their grades and their behavior, they're not going to be playing in this game. They still got to come to practice, but we're going to sit them this game. Have fun explaining that to your parent. It keeps them busy, though. Hey, Uncle L, good afternoon. Hey, Broham. Busy, busy, busy. Busy, busy, busy. I hope y'all are having a great day. He said, so do I. Dion also taught them the business side of the sports. Yeah, I dig it. We ain't even going to talk about his crazy behind ex-wife. But what I do love is that regardless of what happened and what mess took place in their marriage, that them kids was privy to, because the older kids get, you can try to hide whatever you want from them, but unless you taking it to the car or whatever, you put on a good hometown front, they know when stuff is not right. They still make it a point to include their mom and everything and love on their mom and everything. And that is besides the fact that I believe, he was granted full custody of them because of whatever mess that was going on. But with that being said, he didn't stop them from having a relationship with her. They wanted to have a relationship with her. She wanted to do her part. He's just like, hey, just don't talk to me. I seen a video. I forget what the event was for and which son it was for, but they were both on the field. They were all out of the field or whatever. And then when she started coming towards the field, I ain't never see him move so fast. And this might have been after they done took a couple of his toes. It was either before or after, but all I know is he got skinny on him. Pew! Because he don't want no parts of that lady. And it be like that sometimes, unfortunately. But as long as it doesn't affect the relationship that the child or the children has with both parents, you do what you have to do to try to make it work when it comes to co-parenting. And yeah, co-parenting doesn't end just because the child is quote unquote of age. Because if they're doing something with themselves, there's going to be different things to celebrate, and show up for them for. You don't ever want it to be weird or awkward. And it was definitely weird and awkward, but at least it wasn't no drama. We take our wins where we can, right? She said, Glenda, another Philly fan. Hey, Philly, Philly. Hey, Uncle L. Broham said, hit that like button. Boom, shakalaka. He said, V, I'm so sorry to bounce. I have to get back to work because my break is over. It was so cool chatting with you. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you, and I appreciate you coming and spending your break or some of your break with me. I hope you have a quick rest of your day, and everybody stays in their own little lane. But yeah, hit that like button if you're feeling froggy. Cool beans. And if not, cool beans. Broham, what you had going on today? Okay, and while you're here, let's go over the results of your team series. Hold on. Which is the Yankees. Yeah, today's been a long day, guys. But not a bad day. Broham, y'all play today at 7:10. Let's see. That's what we say. Last Friday was the 3rd. Last Friday was the 3rd. So we had already went over y'all series with that y'all had played before then. Okay, so then on Friday the 3rd, y'all had began your series with the Marlins. And y'all went 2 for 3. The first game, y'all won 2-8. The second one was 7-9. And the last one was 7-6. So, okay, I think it's the both for both of us. Two series. It was two sets of series since we did our live last Friday, excuse me. All right. So that was for the Marlins. Y'all did good. 2 out of 3 is not bad. Let's see. For the not for the Yankees. Athletics. Athletics. Y'all went, let me see. Oh, y'all went 1-3. Still, I think that's still better. That might be about what we went. And that was against the Athletics. Y'all just wrapped that up yesterday. So the first one, y'all beat them 5-3. The second one, y'all beat them 3 to no, excuse me. The second one they beat y'all 3-2. And then the last one, they beat y'all 1-0. So that was the results of your last two series that y'all played since we did our live on Friday. And then, like I said, y'all start y'all new series with the Rays at 10, and at 10, excuse me, at 7:10 tonight. The Rays, where are they coming out of? Oh, Tampa Bay. Okay. And then y'all play tonight at 7:10. Y'all play tomorrow at 6:10 p.m. Duh. And then y'all play on Sunday at 1:40. But let's go back. Go back, go back. Jeez Louise. Okay, yes. And then after that, y'all go against the Angels on Monday, Tuesday. So what days do y'all have off? Damn, y'all don't have no days off, it look like. And then y'all go against what I say? The Angels on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Wait, hold up, pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Hold up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Why is it 1, 2, 3? Why is it all these other teams you're having 3-game series, but why does it seem? Am I tripping? Hold on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. But with the Angels, y'all got 4 games because y'all go against them April 13th, April 14th, April 15th, and April 16th. What's up with that? That seems to be the only team. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, what's the dealio with the Angels? Why y'all see them 4 times in a row rather than the 3? Do you even know? What's that about? Oh, okay. You said, what did you say? It's 3-game series and 4-game series. See, I was learning curve. Jeez, I thought it was I thought it was straight up just 3-game series. I didn't know they slid 4-game series in there. Now they doing too much. Hey, you said the A's are gonna get y'all. Let me see. Oh, don't be no Daniel Downer. No negative Nathaniel. They're not gonna get y'all. The Angels, you saying they're gonna get y'all? Nah, y'all got 4 chances to get them. But don't even worry about that. Right now, you need to be worried about the Tampa Bay Rays. And y'all play tonight. So if you ain't got nothing going on, watch that game. It says, hey, Flying Low, good afternoon. He said, V, chat, shout out to my Cubs. We are 6-6 at the bottom of our division. Looking sorry as usual. That's okay. The season is very young. very young. And I hope you're having a good day. You're at the bottom of your division. That's okay. That could switch in a matter of 2 weeks. Really, in a matter of a week. To be honest, you said we got to sweep the Rays. Is that a rival of y'all's? Let me see. Oh yeah. You already mentioned it. Yeah. Are they a rival of your team? Either way, yeah, got to sweep them on some Sandman ish. Bring out the Sandman. Get him out of here. Hey SBK, good afternoon. How are you? Well, I hope. You said that no, A's is athletics. They got us in the series. You said Cubs had their time. Hey, it might be their time again. A's is the athletics. See, hold on. Got me looking back and forth. Okay. I'm thinking you talking about the Angels. The athletics. Hold on. Didn't y'all play them already? Um, yeah, y'all played them already. Yeah, they had their way with y'all. That's all right. Y'all gonna take it out on the Rays. That's all that is. They're gonna be collateral damage. All I have to say is Texas Rangers. Okay, that's a baseball team. Cool beans. 2 1-point wins ain't having no way. They was having their way. They said a win is a win is a win. I need that for something. Thank you. Now, why are you late? Is it because you had things to do? Or you is somewhere else? You said Rangers, legit. Okay, cool beans. Cool beans. I meant to play the "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" song for y'all. I gotta remember to play that later. I was telling him earlier how I really love roasted peanuts in the shell, but I never tried boiled peanuts before. And I could be missing out, but I don't think I'm ever gonna find out. He was all over the place. That's okay. Day off activities. Gotta handle your business. I'm happy you were able to make it though. How about that? I'm about to get out of here, guys. You said I haven't either. They say they good though. I'm telling you, I haven't tried them. I have not tried them. But the regular roasted Jones, listen. Excuse me. You said it's at a baseball team. Okay, they won the world championship a couple years ago. With them boom shakalaka. Hey, learning curve, duh. Didn't I tell y'all that I don't know nothing about no baseball? Duh. But now I know. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. And like I said, this is something that we're going to be doing every Friday afternoon, okay? Throughout the season. This is our first year learning about baseball. We teaching, yes, learning curve. And if I remember, but if I don't remember, you guys remind me because I want to play that Take Me Out to the Ball. I like that song. I want to play that, but we don't have no time now. Too late. Thank y'all for coming. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.